fourth graders, it's Miss Grubb. I was just going to go ahead and go through instructional resource number 1 for you. You'll find this in your first packets that came home on Monday. And the instructional resource is just to help refresh your memory before you do your assignments. So I've included the answer key and a page of my notes, where I've worked those out so that your parents can help you with those. I'm also going to go over those questions here in a couple of different videos. So that will hopefully help to refresh your memory before you do your assignment. And then if you will complete assignment 1 and then assignment 2 this week, next week you'll complete assignment 3 and assignment 4. And then you can return those to the drop boxes at Independence Elementary. Or you can have your parents take pictures of them and send them to me. Or you can answer the Google Forms sheet on Google Classroom and not have to turn those in by paper. Just take a picture of your work. Either way, I will give you credit for those. Remember that everything you do from here out is extra credit on your final grade, so none of it can hurt your grade. It's all for the good. It's to help you practice and be ready for 5th grade and to give you some extra points on your final grade. So it's nothing bad. So the first question asks you to divide 212 divided by 2. So to do that, I need my steps of division. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? So my first step for division is to divide. So I'm dividing here 2 divided by 2. So in my head, I've got to think, what times 2 equals 2? 1 does. Then we multiply. So 1 times 2 is 2. S is for subtract. So we subtract to find our remainder. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay, once we subtract, we're going to check. We want to check to see, is 0 less than 2? Yes, it is. So I'm ready to bring down. That's my last step. Once I bring down the next digit, we start that cycle right back over until there's nothing to bring down. So since I brought something down, I'm ready to divide again. 1 divided by 2. Well, what times 2 is going to get me close to 1? 2 times 1 was 2. That's too much. So I have to use 0 here. And 0 does have to be in this number because it's a placeholder. So 0 times 2 is 0. The next step was to subtract. So my remainder is 1. 1 is less than 2. Checking it. So I'm ready to bring down my next digit, which is 2. Scoot this back just a little bit so you can see all of it. And then I'm asking, how many times will 2 go into 12 without going over? 12 divided by 2. Well, 6 times 2 is 12. So 6 times 2 is 12. That gives me a remainder of 0. 0 is less than 2. And there's nothing left to bring down. So that means that 2 goes evenly into 212. That tells me that 106 and 2 are factors of 212. And 212 is a multiple of 2 and 106. I do want to check my work here, though, since I'm dividing. So remember that I can check division using the inverse operation of multiplication. 106 times 2. Bottoms up, 2 times 6 is 12, so 2 goes down. Carry your 1 over. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 more, gives me 1. And 2 times 1 is 2, so 212 was my original dividend. That means that I've divided correctly. Okay, the next problem on the same sheet is 85 times 62. So since we're multiplying double digits, we'll use our steps of mama. Multiply times the ones place. Bring down your 0. Multiply times the tens place, and then add. And then remember, you can also have your puppy dog here. Up and over and up, to help you remember which way to go. So we're going to start with the ones place. We want to go up and over. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry your 1 over to the tens place. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. And that gives me the partial product of 85 times 2. Once I'm finished with that, I can then bring down my 0, my placeholder. Remember I told you Caden has to be sitting on the couch smiling in order to get to do his trick-or-treating. Then we multiply by the tens place. So over and up. 6 times 5 is 30. 0 goes down. Carry your 3 to the tens place. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 3 more. So 48, 49, 50, 51. So our partial product is 5,100. The last step is to add those partial products because we want a total product. So 0 plus 0 is 0. I'm terrible at writing on this thing, guys. I know you all remember that about me. 7 plus 0 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. And here we can put a 0 because nothing's there, so it doesn't change the value. 0 plus 5 is 5. So my product is 5,270.